Yo, what's up? It's Adam. Today, we're going to take a look into my Etoro investment account, which I've only had for 1 month. What I invested in, why I made trades, and how much I made. Before we take a look, a little bit of a disclaimer. Most of my money is in strong and stable assets. Property, cryptocurrencies, index funds, pensions, bulk of my investments is into that. But what my investment portfolio was missing was a little bit of spice, and that's why I opened my Etoro account. So I consider this my STONKS account. Am I investing? Am I gambling? Who really knows? This is like a video game for adults. So typically I've been so focused on property investing, but I want to balance out the portfolio and get into index funds, cryptos, and stocks. And I've done phenomenally well over the last year with index funds and cryptos. My Etoro account is to balance that out even more and get into stocks. Secondly, my strategy is typically buy, hold forever, never sell. However, with my Etoro account, I wanted to trade. So this is more of a short to medium term. So I'm happy to buy and sell once I've made good returns. And finally, even within this account, you're going to see stocks, you're going to see commodities, ETFs, cryptos. I want to really diversify within this. And also, I'm an idiot. Do not copy what I'm doing. This is not financial advice. All right, Adam, enough of the disclaimers. Show me the money. All right. My investment portfolio revealed. Let's go. So this might be a little bit of a boomer moment. I'm trying to put the screen here, me here and the phone here, and this is the first time recording my phone, so I hope this works. So let's open Etoro, loads up, and the first thing you're going to see is the home page. This is different commodities, different stocks, different cryptocurrencies, anything I'm following. I might not necessarily own these, and most of them I don't. It's just to kind of track to see ones that I might be considering buying. But where's important when it first opens up is in the bottom right, where you can see equity. You see my total equity is $3,200 US, which is £2,300. And then to the left of that, you see my total profit 1 month is $1,100. And I would say in 1 month, that is great going. And it is fluctuating because the crypto market is always open. The stocks that I have, they won't change until Monday. So let's take a look into my portfolio. You just click this little pie button. What you're seeing here is from the highest value to the lowest value, sorted in that order, all the things that I own. And what instantly jumps out is I've got a 200% return on investment on one of my trades. So I've tripled my money. And you can see some I've lost, some are quite big losers, some are big winners, but overall 1,100 I'm up. So the first investment you're looking at is Cardona, and I've got a 200% return, which is a tripling of my money, which is just phenomenal. Them kind of gains you're going to struggle to see in any other market except cryptocurrencies. But at the moment, cryptos are on a huge parabolic bull run. It's difficult not to make money, it's crazy. So I kind of consider this funny money. And the reason I bought this is, yes, fundamentals, application, all that stuff. But markets are as much about fundamentals and technicals as they are about emotions and people's feelings. And Cardona has this huge follower base and they can pump the price. So regardless of how good Cardona is as a coin, because in cryptocurrencies, the question isn't like the internet, right? The question isn't in the internet 20, 30 years ago, is cryptocurrencies here to stay? The question is which cryptocurrencies. So we're trying to answer the question, is Bitcoin Google or is it Yahoo? And we're trying to answer the question, is Ethereum Facebook or is it MySpace, right? So Cardona, I don't know the answer to that, but I definitely want to have a position just in case Cardona is the one that 100x's from here. Once I've made maybe 500%, if it goes to 1,000% return on investment, so a 10x, I'll definitely cash out. So if we have a look, it says maximum here, but I think the maximum was about $1. So I believe it is above its all-time high now. And it is just rallying. If you look in the last month, I mean, that is just phenomenal. With cryptocurrencies, it's a bit inflated at the moment. There's loads of hype around Bitcoin, around NFTs, around Cardona. It's a little bit hyped. And I would say one way that you can easily lose money is buying things when they're at an all-time high. And at the moment, Cardona, I believe this is above its all-time high. So definitely, if you're going to invest, tread with caution. I was lucky to get in a little bit earlier with my cryptos, and Cardona I was lucky to get in just a month ago. The next investment is Disney. So I own about 2 stocks. This one is trying to pull its weight at a 0.34% return on investment. So I haven't made much on this. But Disney is really interesting. There's 2 reasons really why I invested in this. One, I just love Star Wars. I love Marvel, I love Pixar, I love the Disney films. Even though Disney is a bit of an all-time high at the moment, I think it has a lot more room to grow. Secondly, and this is the most important reason, is in most markets, so let's take supermarkets, one supermarket like Tesco can only capture a certain percentage of that market, so it can't be a monopoly. There's certain rules and regulations against it. Disney, on the other hand, I learned this from a lawyer friend, is in an industry where that does not apply. So it can own as many film studios as it likes and as many IPs. I'm not really sure really how it works, but essentially it can be a monopoly. And you can be confident if you go to the cinema, 50+% of the films are going to be owned by Disney. You might not even realize it. So why then? That answers the question, why would you invest at its all-time high? Well, because it can be a monopoly, there's no regulations to stop it, and the amount it's got coming out and its aspirations for things like Star Wars, I think this has a lot of room to grow. So I think Disney is a great stock. It's going to be a slow burner, probably going to have to hold this for quite a while. So the next investment is gold, but I'm going to bucket this up into gold and silver because the reasons I bought are similar for both. So these are commodities, but I haven't actually bought real gold and silver because there are fees for that. In Etoro, you can buy a tracker, an ETF, which just tracks the price of gold and silver. So when it goes up, you make the money. When it goes down, you lose the money. And you can see I've had a -5% for gold and a -10% for silver. I must admit, this is a bit of a longer term play because of Bitcoin, which is stealing the market cap of gold. Gold isn't performed that great in the short term. But what I will say, I love Bitcoin, I own Bitcoin. But why I think gold still has a place as a store of value, which is what it is because for hundreds of years, everything used to be on the gold standard. Pounds used to be on the gold standard, dollars used to be on the gold standard, everything was backed by gold. So for hundreds of years, it's really established that gold is a great store of value. Even though Bitcoin's only been around 12 years, it's doing great, it's stealing the value. Adoption of these new technologies like the internet, renewable energies, they usually take longer than what people expect. For gold to lose its whole market cap is going to take years and years. So I still think gold's a good store of value. 2, silver. I don't think silver is as good a store of value because a store of value needs scarcity. Silver doesn't have that. You can easily produce silver. But why silver's good is it's actually useful in technology like renewable energies. So it actually has real world application. And at the moment, it's really undervalued. And there was a little bit of a talk of a short squeeze where you just buy a ton of it and boom, you shoot up like GameStop. So I think for gold being a store of value, understood for hundreds of years as a store of value, it's not going anywhere. And silver as its real world applications, I think both of them are two really good medium to long term investments. Next investment is into Cineworld, and you can see I've done pretty well, a 22% return on investment. I've bought 226 units, shares at $80. So look, I've done pretty well in a month, and twofold reason. One, I just love the cinema. That's why I bought Disney, that's why I bought Cineworld. I love the IMAX. I don't have an IMAX near me, which is crazy. So I drive an hour to Sheffield to just go see the IMAX, and I pay about 20 pounds. And I'm happy to pay it. I think you should invest in things that you love because the best determining factor you can have on how well something's gone is how the customer feels about that company. I'm a customer, I love the cinema, I love Cineworld. I travel an hour to go see the IMAX. And secondly, it doesn't take a genius. No one's going to the cinema, we can't. It absolutely plummeted, you see, when all this stuff kicked off. So yeah, I don't think it takes a genius. People are going to rush back to the cinema, me included, and I think you're going to see a huge pop. And I bought around the $80. So if you see here at the peak, if it can reach them heights, that's a 10x. Next investment is into Ripple. I've got a little bit wrecked on this, -13%, which is not great. I got some FOMO. There was a group that was trying to pump the price up. I bought into it, and FOMO and this is not a strategy for growth. So yeah, I got a little bit wrecked, and rightly so. When this is in profit, I probably will sell. But the reason this isn't performing great at the moment is it has an SEC lawsuit against it. I personally think the lawsuit will go fine. I think Ripple and the courts will settle, and then I think it will get back to growth. Not the best investment. I think one of the biggest cryptocurrencies, it's centralized cryptocurrencies, which is something I like, the decentralized aspect of crypto. So I've got a hodl bag of Ripple. This one though, in my Etoro, as soon as it's back into profit, maybe a 20 to 50% return on investment, I will sell this one. The next one is EasyJet. Bit of a meme reason why I invested in. I'm gonna show you a video. It can explain much better than I can, in a bit of a meme way, why airlines are a good investment.
Oh no, Airplane's house is empty. But maybe soon, Airplane's house will be full. I will buy one airplane ticket.
What? No, that's not even a trade idea. The airlines are still losing millions of dollars every week.
Money computer go beep boop.
If I go into this, I've got 13 units at 796. I think that's obviously P, right? Because I only put $150 in. It's got 25%, which is absolutely sound. I will take 25% every day of the week. And look, if we look into the market, look, it doesn't take a genius to figure out airlines are probably, if you pick the right one, a good investment to make. Airlines that can survive through this, the ones that do, they're going to gobble up all of the demand. And as soon as we open up, people are going to travel again. And that's why you see a little bit of a spike here. When are people not going to want to travel? And yeah, I just think any airline that's doing well is a safe investment. And you can see 25%, I'm doing all right. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that video, please smash like and let me know in the comments so I can make more of these videos. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe so I can finally get monetized on YouTube and spend that AdSense on my stonks addiction. Boom, if you enjoyed it, smash like. Thanks for watching.